What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another tutorial, and this tutorial is going to be so much awesome because we are going to create this amazing card hover animation using only HTML and CSS. I had explained every single step, so make sure you watch the tutorial completely, and I will keep posting such awesome tutorials regularly, so make sure you are subscribed to this channel. And by the way, guys, this YouTube channel is in collaboration with Newton School. You can check out their website, the link is in description. And also, let's check out what exactly is Newton School.
Let's see about what is Newton School. So Newton School is a platform which prepares you for your career in tech. It has courses designed for working professionals, freshers, and even people with no tech background. That means even if you are from a non-tech background, you can also join this platform and can make your career in tech. Newton School will first train you for 6 months and will help you become an amazing full stack developer. Now you might be thinking whether this platform is free or not. So let me tell you a cool thing, that you don't have to pay Newton School anything until and unless you are placed with a minimum 5 lakh CTC. I repeat, guys, you don't have to pay Newton School anything for the 6 months full stack developer training until and unless you are placed with a minimum 5 lakh CTC. And I think this is something that all of us should expect from any training program. So must check out their website for more information. I will provide the link in description. Now on their website you can see they have something called the Launchpad. So Launchpad is basically an initiative taken by Newton School for people who want to start their coding journey from scratch, and that too absolutely free of cost. This video of mine will be also available on the Launchpad section. You can go there anytime and you can learn basics of programming languages, you can practice quizzes, and even you can do assignments. These all things are completely free to do. So let's start creating our card hover animation. As always, I had opened the output here. Okay, so let's start creating the markup for this card hover effect. So first of all, I will create an element for our card. So I will use div tag for that, and I will give it a class of card, and inside that let's see what we need. So first of all, we need this text. So I will use span tag for that text, and I will write Mark Ruffalo inside it. Okay, and let's see what else we need. So we need some social media links and icons. Okay, so what I will do is basically I will create a list for all these social media icons. So I will create an unordered list. I will use the UL tag, and inside it I will write the list item tag. And since we need social media links, so I will use anchor tag for the links. So I will use the anchor tag, and inside it we will include the icons of each social media. Okay, but first let me copy and paste it, since we need 5 such list items. Now let's include the icons. Okay, so we will use font awesome icons. So let's import the CDN of the font awesome icons. So I will open CDN.js here, and I will search font awesome. I will copy the link tag, I will paste it inside the head tag, and now we can use font awesome icons. So let's open fontawesome.com. So I will open fontawesome.com, and let's see what icons do we need. So at first we need the Instagram icon. So let's search Instagram. We need this one, so I will open it, and I will copy the HTML part, and I will paste it inside our anchor tag. Okay, so you can see we got our Instagram icon, and let's import the Facebook icon. So I will search Facebook. We need this one, so I will open it. I will copy the HTML part, and I will paste it inside our another anchor tag. So we also got the Facebook icon. Now I will fast forward the other icons importing part. Okay, So I have included all the icons. You can see we got our all the icons, and with that we are done with our markup. Okay, so now let's create the card and the card hover animation using CSS. We will start with the basic reset. So I will use universal selector and I will give margin 0, padding 0 and box sizing of border box to our all the elements. Now let's style the body tag. I want the background color to be hashtag F6 F6 F6, and I will center our card using the flex method. So I will give height of 100 VH to our body, and now I will use display flex on our body and justify content center to align our card horizontally center, and align items center to align our card vertically center. Okay, so now let's move on to our card. So now let's style our card element. First of all, let's give it a width. So I will give it a width of 400 pixel and a height of 500 pixel, and also let's give it a border so that we can see it properly for now. So I will give it a border of 2 pixel solid and black in color. So you can see we got our card element. It's looking big now because I have zoomed in my browser. So if we will see at 100%, you can see the size of our card is okay. So the width and height is fine. Now let's give some other stylings to our card. I will give it a background image. So the background image is basically this image that we are animating. So I do have the link of that image. So let me copy and paste it. So you can see we got our background image. Now let's give it a background size and background position. Okay, so I will give it a background size of 100% and also background position of center. Okay, so you can see we got 100% background size and the background position is in center. We also have a box shadow here, so let's create that box shadow. So I will write box shadow. For the X offset I want 0, for the Y offset I want 10 pixel, and for the blur value I want 20 pixel. And I will use RGBA for our color format, and I will pass the RGB value of black color, that is 0, 0, 0, and also I will pass an alpha value to control the transparency. So I will write 0.4 for the alpha value so that we can get a softer color and hence a softer shadow. Okay, so let's see how our shadow is looking. So it's looking great. And also let's remove the border that we had given. So I will remove the border from here. So it's looking fine now. Let's add a border radius to our card element. So I will give it a border radius of 15 pixel. So you can see we have given it a border radius, and also I want the cursor to be pointer. Okay, so I will write cursor and I want pointer. Let me zoom in the text editor so that you can see the code properly. Okay, so you can see we got pointer cursor. So that's it for our card element. Now let's move on to the other elements. Okay, so we will now style the text part, that is the span inside our card element. So I will target the span inside our card element, and we have to give it some styling. Okay, so first of all I will give it a font size of 32 pixel. I want the font family to be Sego UI, so I will write Sego UI. I want the color to be hashtag F6 F6 F6. I want the font weight to be bolder, and I want the text transform to be capitalized. Okay, so let's see how our text is looking currently. So it's looking fine. Now let's also add a text shadow to it. So I will give it a text shadow. I want 0 for the X offset, I want 5 pixel for the Y offset, and I want 5 pixel blur, and hashtag 111 for the text shadow color. So now let's see how our text is looking. So you can see it is looking much better than before. Now let's position it. So you can see we have positioned our text here. So let's position it. So I want to position it in relative to our card element. So I will give position absolute to our text, or you can say the span element, and I will give position relative to our card element. Now let's give our span element the position. So the position is basically 15 pixel from top and 25 pixel from left. Okay, so you can see we have positioned our text element, and now let's style our social media list. Okay, so let's first give class to our UL element. So I will give it a class of social media list, and now let's style that in CSS. So I will target social media list in CSS, and first of all what I want to style in social media list is to remove these default bullets. Okay, so I want to remove those default bullets. So I will write list style property and I will give none to it. So you can see the bullets are now removed. Okay, so now let's give some more styling to our social media list. Similar to our span element, I also want to position our social media list. So you can see I have to position this social media list here. So again I will write position absolute here, and we have already given position relative to our card element. So now let's define the position of our social media list. So I want 15 pixel from bottom and 25 pixel from left. Okay, so I will write left 25 pixel, and you can see we positioned our social media list as we wanted. Now let's style the icons. So I will target the I tag inside the social media list, and I want the color to be hashtag F6 F6 F6, and I want the font size to be 18 pixel. So now you can see the links are looking good now. Now let's give some spacing in bottom of our icons. Okay, so you can see here in the output we have some really nice spacing and it's looking so much clean. Okay, so we have to give some spacing in bottom of our icons. So we will use margin bottom for that, but we don't want any margin bottom in our last element because there is no other element after it. So we don't want any extra margin. So we will target all the elements except our last element. Okay, so we will target all the list items but not the last one. So I will target the list items inside our social media list, and I will use the not pseudo class, and I will pass last child pseudo class inside it. So what this selector means is basically target all the li items inside the social media list but not the last child. Okay, so we are targeting all these li items but not the last one. Okay, so we don't want any margin bottom in our last li item. That's why we are using the not pseudo class with last child pseudo class. Okay, so I will give margin bottom, and I want the margin bottom to be 20 pixel. Okay, so you can now see we got some really nice spacing in the bottom of our icons. Now we also want to align them in center. You can see they are not aligned in center, so let's align them in center. To align them in center, we have to give text align center to our list item tag. Okay, so I will target the list item tag and I will give text align center to it. Since the social media icons, or you can say the social media links, are childs of list item tag, that's why giving text align center to list item will align the social media links to center. Okay, so now you can see they are aligned in center and they are looking amazing. So now let's create the hover animation. So let's see what we want in our hover animation. So as you can see, initially we don't have any element in our card, but as soon as we hover on our card, our elements are getting visible. Okay, so let's style our span tag first for the hover animation. So initially its opacity is 0, so let's give opacity 0 to our span tag. So I will write opacity and I will give 0 to it, and we will make it 1 when we will hover our card. Okay, so now you can see it's invisible for now. And also you can see when I am hovering on this card, the span is moving upwards. Okay, so you can see it's moving a little bit upwards and it becoming visible simultaneously. Okay, so we have to also move it upwards. So what I will do is basically, as you can see, we have already given the position to our span elements, so this is our required position. So what I will do is I will move it down a little bit at the initial point using the transform property. So I will use transform translate y, and I will move it down initially by 20 pixel, and when I will hover the card, I will remove this transform property or I will reset it to 0, and by doing so our span element will move from this position to this position and it will result in an upward motion. Okay, so let's create that quickly. So I want to move it down by 20 pixel initially, and when we will hover our card, I want to target our span and I will reset the translate y value to 0, and also I will make the opacity 1 of our span element when we will hover our card. So now let's see what we got. So when I am hovering the card, you can see it's becoming visible, but you can't see the upward motion of our span element because the effect is so much sudden. Okay, so let's add transition to our span element. So I will write transition property, and let's say we want transition on all the properties, and I want the transition duration to be 0.3 seconds. And now you can see when I will hover the card, you can see it is becoming visible and moving upwards simultaneously. Okay, so we got our required effect. So you just have to move it down initially and reset the value to 0 when you will hover the card. Okay, so we are done with our span element animation. Now let's create our social media animation. So we will do the same thing with our social media list. We will give it a opacity of 0 at initial point, and when we will hover our card, we will make the opacity 1 of our social media list. Okay, so let's write opacity 0 in our social media list, and when we will hover our card element, I want the opacity of our social media list to be 1. Now let's also add transition property so that we can get a smooth animation. So I will write transition, and since we are only animating our opacity, so I will write opacity here, and I want the transition duration to be 0.3 seconds. So now let's hover on our card element and let's see what we got. So you can see we got our required animation. Now let's move on to the background image animation. Okay, so we are done with the span animation and the social media list animation. Now let's move on to our background image animation. So you can see basically when I am hovering the card, the background size is increasing and the background position is changing. Okay, so we have to do two things with our background image. When we will hover our card, we have to change the background size of it and we have to change the background position of it, and that's it. Okay, so let's do that. When we will hover our card element, I want to increase the background size and I want to increase it to 200%. We have background size of 100% initially, and I want to increase it to 200% when we will hover our card element. Okay, so you can see our background size is increasing. Now let's also change our background position to left center. Okay, so the position that you are seeing after hovering on card is basically left center. So I have given left center to our background position, and now let's also add transition to our card element. Okay, so I will write transition, and since we are only animating the background property, so I will write background here, and I want the transition duration to be 0.8 seconds. Okay, so now you can see we got our required animation and it's looking so much cool. The only thing left now is this border kinda thing, so we also have to create and animate it. So let's quickly do that. So I had created that border by using the before pseudo element on our card element. Okay, so I will use the before pseudo element and let's create that border kind of thing. I want to position it in relative to our card element, so I will give it position absolute, and we already have position relative on our card element. Now let's give it a border of 1 pixel solid and hashtag f6 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 in color. Also let's position it, so I want to position it 8 pixel from the top and 8 pixel from left also, right also, and 8 pixel from bottom also. Okay, so you can see we got our that border kind of thing, and also we need border radius on it, so let's give it a border radius. So we will give the same border radius that we have given to our card element, and that is of 15 pixel. So I will write 15 pixel here, and you can see we got our border radius. Now for animating it, we just have to make the opacity 0 at initial point, and we will make the opacity 1 when we will hover our card. Okay, so when we will hover our card, I want the opacity of our before pseudo element to be 1, and also let's add transition to our before pseudo element, and since we are only animating the opacity, oh it's 1 here, so since we are only animating the opacity, so I will write opacity here, and I want the transition duration to be 0.3 seconds. Okay, so we are done with all of our elements animation. Now let's hover on our card element and see what we got. So there you go, we have completed our card hover animation, and believe me, this is one of my favorite animation. That's why I thought to share it with you all. So this was it guys, I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. I had tried to explain every single step, but still if you have any doubts related to any step, just feel free to comment down below, and I will keep uploading this kind of awesome tutorials, so make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Also don't forget to check out about Newton School. The link to their website is in description, and I will see you guys in the next video.